Today on Eagle Nation News, Grant Johnson highlights a new board game based off of Prosper. What do the creators of Prosperopoly have in store for consumers?
Troyce Murphy will look into the class and people behind some of the art projects that you may have seen in the hallways.
And finally, Grant Johnson will be in studio with everything from Lions to Leos to discuss horoscopes.
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Prosper High School. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd. I'm Jordan Ramsey.
And I'm Casey Boston.
Well, Casey, I don't know about you, but I enjoy a good board game like Monopoly.
Yeah, me too. And well, we're in luck because Walmart recently released Prosperopoly. Take a look.
From the Cotton Gin Cafe to the Town Hall, there are many important landmarks in our town that make Prosper so unique. A new product that hit the shelves at Walmart is yet another thing that separates Prosper from the rest. Originating from one of the classics, Prosperopoly takes a twist on the normal Monopoly game that only Prosper residents would understand. Residents or players are given the opportunity to carry out their day-to-day lives in the form of a board game.
Pleasantly surprised at what was included. Of course, very excited that the library was included. It was the first thing that I looked for, and actually one of the staff members was at Walmart, took a photo, sent it to me, so we're all excited to be on it.
Ohio-based game creators Late for the Sky brought their custom board game to the Prosper Walmart at the beginning of September. Other select Texas cities such as Mesquite, Paris, and Dallas all have games of their own. Small businesses such as 3 R's Ranch and General Creek are featured on the game.
It makes it just more interesting, more fun. We're obviously worthy. So yeah, I think it's just a nice compliment to the town and that we have enough landmarks, businesses to be included in a board game like that.
Although each place on the Prosperopoly board game is represented by a small square, the real places are what make up our small town. I'm Grant Johnson reporting for Eagle Nation News.
Peter Vlaming, a French teacher who was fired from West Point High School in Virginia for purposefully misgendering a transgender student, has recently filed a lawsuit against the school. Vlaming claims that using pronouns such as him and his to refer to a student transitioning from female to male would violate his conscience. The student told Vlaming that he may have his religion, but that he needs to respect who they are. Vlaming continued to misgender the student before being fired.
Rockwall cheerleader Tyra Winters saved a toddler from choking during their homecoming parade. Tyra was sitting on her float when she heard a mother cry for help. She quickly jumped off her float and helped the 2-year-old that was choking on a piece of candy. This Tuesday, she met again with the mother and her son. Nicole Hornback, the boy's mother, commended her on being trained.
Don't go anywhere because right after this, Grant Johnson is in studio with more on zoos and horoscopes.
Are you a U.S. citizen who's not a registered felon and are at least 18 years old? Then make sure to register to vote. It's important. It's how democracy works. It's part of being an adult. When you vote, you get a fancy sticker. What's there not to love?
But my vote doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. It matters a lot at the local and state levels. And hey, guess what? It still matters at the federal level. 537 votes decided Bush versus Gore in 2000. Your vote matters way more than you think. Seriously though, it's your turn to decide your future. Don't waste it. Go to vote.org for more information about voter registration.
Now we send it over to Grant Johnson with your Talent Talk update, brought to you by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. A New York woman had a close encounter with one of those animals during a visit to the Bronx Zoo. In past years, animals escaping from their enclosures was a common occurrence, but on Tuesday, a woman at the Bronx Zoo decided she wanted to put on a show for one of the zoo's African lions. A zoo visitor uploaded this video to their Instagram, and as you could see, the unidentified woman jumped over several barriers into the lion's enclosure, and she began to dance. Police are actively looking for the woman and said she could face criminal charges for trespassing. What you long believed was your astrological sign may not be your sign anymore. NASA broke the news yesterday that this year, in a blog post that explained that when ancient Babylonians created the zodiac over 3,000 years ago, they wanted dates on the calendar to correspond with star constellations. But there are 13 constellations and only 12 months, so they ditched a fucus. A fucus is now being added back into the Western zodiac calendar, and people with birthdays between November 29th and December 17th are now in a fucus. Head over to our Twitter for the full list of zodiac signs and let us know what you think of the new edition. That's all I have for this Talent Talk. Back to you guys at the desk.
Ceramics class works on some neat creations throughout the year, but what effort goes into making them?
Troyce Murphy has more.
Prosper High School offers a variety of elective courses for students to explore their interests and plan for their future professions. One of the classes available here at PHS is ceramics, an art class where students can express their talents through clay.
Right now we're working on mugs, and so we roll out a slab of clay, and then we cut the shape of the mug, and then we can add different pieces to it, like handles. I wanted to continue art, but I didn't like drawing as much as I liked hand building and stuff. I think it's made me more well-rounded as an artist. I've never done pottery before, but now I can say that I have.
Unlike some art classes, ceramics is a class where you have complete control over your own artwork and the way you design it.
Right now we're making mugs, and there's like really different types of ways that we do it. It's kind of precise, but you can also just kind of get creative with it and make your own designs and things like that, and just putting it all together and then firing it and glazing it and just making it your own. I took ceramics because last year when we did like a whole bunch of different things, I only liked doing ceramics and working with the clay because it was the only thing I was really good at. It's made me learn a lot about like how art works and like how a lot of other people do it, like a lot of famous people. I'd recommend it to people who are just wanting to be creative and have just a class where you can just kind of hang out and be your own pace and do your own thing.
If you are interested in ceramics class, be on the lookout for it during course selection next year. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Troyce Murphy, Prosper.
Now Maggie Hale is in studio to recap the volleyball game from last night.
The Prosper volleyball team faced off against Allen last night in an on-the-road district game. The first set's points came from a Bailey Birmingham block, followed by an Allen attack error. Prosper maintained a steady lead the entire set. They kept Allen down to no more than a 3-point streak. Shaylee Shore capped the win off for the Eagles 25-22. A kill from Sammy Jacobs in the second set, followed by 2 from Bailey Birmingham, would start off the dominating energy the Prosper Eagles showed in the third set. They won 25-19. The second set was down to the wire and became a pure offensive game. Both teams allowed 5-point run streaks, but a kill from Taylor Yautsy at the end would secure the money for an Eagle victory, 25-22. Speaking of Prosper getting the bag last night, a new law may allow college athletes to profit. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill allowing college athletes to hire agents and make money from endorsements. This is an existential threat to the NCAA and threatens the current business model of college sports. This law will take effect in 2023 and is now up to the NCAA to respond. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for your Sports of the Week. Back to you guys at the desk.
That's all the time that we have for you today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Casey Boston.
And I'm Jordan Ramsey. Live long and prosper.